I do think it sort of lends credibility to the conspiracy theory that Ross Duffer may have been bouncing ideas off of his wife throughout the years, and that she might be the missing piece in season 5 that's caused a bit of a decline in the show, if you will. Inspired by this new information, I thought I would just outline a few brief ways that I think Stranger Things and Fear Street have commonalities. I think one of the most glaringly obvious comparisons is the talent. We have stars like Sadie Sink and Maya Hawke, who are quite literally in both Stranger Things and Fear Street. And then the next obvious comparison is going to be nostalgia. Stranger Things capitalizes on nostalgia by having the show set in the 80s. Likewise, Fear Street is set in the 80s and in the 90s, and that nostalgic feel really rings through the show. The setting is very similar for both. Fear Street takes place in Shadyside, which, if I'm not mistaken, is in Ohio. And Stranger Things, of course, occurs in Hawkins, Indiana. Both of those locations give a small town feel to the show and the movie. They are in a similar genre with similar themes. You've got these supernatural phenomena that are occurring. Both Fear Street the movie and Stranger Things the show are paying homage to classic scary movies. Fear Street is inspired by classics like Scream and Friday the 13th. Stranger Things is inspired by classics like Alien and Nightmare on Elm Street. Similarities occur when you're looking at inspiration from these classics. I think it's very interesting that the location as well is the same. Both Stranger Things and Fear Street are shot in Atlanta, Georgia, and some of these scenes are even set in the same place. You've got the Hawkins Post, which in Fear Street is actually the police station. And again, the most important and crucial piece of information is the production. While Lee has never been given credit on Stranger Things, I do think it's very logical to assume that based on the mood, the tone, and overall the similarities between the two, that she was an intricate part in bouncing ideas off of her husband, Ross Duffer. She both directed and wrote for the first 3 Fear Street movies. And if you care to do a deep dive on the remaining one, I'd love to break down how she was left out and how that film ultimately suffered. But what do you think? Do you think that she had a part in some of the writing and ideas that went into seasons 1 through 4 of Stranger Things?